Nothing like a good cup of coffee, and good morning to you all. This is Tim, and I hope you're doing well. This is a little bit of a different video, and welcome to my kitchen, as small as it is. And I'm pretty excited because right in front of me is the Dreo Chefmaker oven, and really grateful to the folks at Dreo for sponsoring this video, and also for sending me the Chefmaker oven to try out and test for the last couple of weeks. And I certainly have been putting it through its paces, and really excited because I hope we can do some cooking together today to put it further to the test. And it gets better because joining me is two great friends, the executive chefs, Chef Neil and Chef Grace, and they are going to put it through its paces as well, and hopefully we'll have lots of good food together. And well, they're going to be coming pretty soon, so I thought I'm going to cook them something that I've tried before, because the first time I tried the Dreo oven, I tried their steaks, of course, and it not only cooks it to perfection in a sous vide mode, but it sears it as well. So I think I'm going to give this a try. So since they're coming, I have a prime rib ready, and I have this sitting out for a while to come up to temperature, and I can't wait to cook it up. And I don't want to screw it up because meat now is so expensive. I remember at Costco something like this would be over $100, and really grateful that the chefs know where to go, and thank you to for them for providing this earlier. And this was from Intercity Packers, so really grateful for them. So I'm just going to season this up with a little bit of salt, and we'll season that liberally with a little bit of pepper, making a bit of a mess. And following the instructions from the Chefmaker, the next thing they do is to brush it with melted butter, and I can't agree more. We'll slather it on. And I think this helps with better browning, as they say. And now that the prime rib is all buttered up, I'm not going to take any chances. I'm going to use the Chefmaker's chef mode to cook this, and it uses super convection heating, humidity control, the Combi cook algorithm, and precise temperature control with the probe to make sure that this is perfectly done. And I'm just going to insert the probe right into the center of the meat here. So I'm just going to measure this out right about there, and we'll put it right in and off to the oven right in here. And we'll attach the temperature sensor. Let's see, right here. And it's ready to go in. Fill it with some water. And now we are ready to start on chef mode. And we'll cook some beef. And maybe not brisket, definitely not jerky, but the prime rib. Probe, water required. Let's see, insert the probe halfway, at least halfway through. And start cooking. So it's really nice. It's cooking in what they call sous vide mode, where the first phase is raising the temperature and calculating the time. And with the water we put in, it controls the humidity and the temperature in the environment. So it's kind of like a nice sous vide mode. So it's going to take a bit of time, and I think a little bit of coffee. So we'll wait for the prime rib to be done and for the chefs to arrive, and we'll take you back. Good morning to you all. And we can take a peek.
The cook on the prime rib was low and slow, and some powerful searing to achieve that wonderful crust, with the aromas of prime rib filling up the condo.
Wonderful. So after a little while, the prime rib is done, and the friends have arrived. Hey, Grace.
Hi, Tim.
And Neil is over there cleaning up.
Hello.
We just got here.
We just got here. I see a dirty dish, I gotta clean it. I got a
Very
problem.
comfortable.
So really appreciate you being here, and again, really appreciate you guys joining. They were actually here while I was cooking, and while it was browning, we had some smoke issues because it cooks it sous vide style, so it has a moisture control, and at the end it browns it, and it was browning it too aggressively.
Yeah.
And but it's a nice color. But in the condos where you have the alarms going, mine's very sensitive. And Neil, thank you so much for helping me.
That's good. I'm gonna go to the gym today now. Good.
So we've got the prime rib resting, and a little bit before that, Chef Neil cut up some cauliflower, coring it out, getting the florets. And Chef Grace was peeling those yams with vigor and grace, as they say. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of oil, and I think we're gonna cook these up while the prime rib rests. So I think there's a setting on the oven. Shall we give it a try?
Yes.
All right. So all we do is just pour it in. A little bit of a shake. Plop it in. And I think I'm going to use chef mode there.
Okay. Oh, it's up there.
So it's got 3 modes. Yeah. Chef mode, classic cook. So chef mode. And we are doing, what are we doing?
Yams.
Sweet potato.
Sweet potato chunks.
Yeah,
Perfect.
So they're giving you instructions here.
Cool.
I see.
Oh, look at that.
Okay. And then you can hit play if you
Okay,
want.
so we did everything.
25 minutes. The other did.
Here. So cauliflower next.
Good all.
Oh, sure. In she goes.
It's like a new.
15 minutes. Excellent. Water required. Throw a little bit on. Pop the lid on. Looking pretty good. Sorry, steamed you up over there. Perfect medium rare. That is looking so good, and that meat is nice and juicy. And Chef Neil and Chef Grace, thank you so much. This meat is where chefs get their meat, isn't it?
Yeah, it's from, it was kindly donated by Intercity Packers, also Albion Fisheries, they do both. And yeah, they're a commercial wholesale supplier for restaurants, hotels of here in Vancouver.
So that was really kind of them, and you might notice some delicious golden deep fried items there. Those are deep fried poached eggs, and I remember I got a chance to try them in Indonesia at the wonderful buffet there. Really great people. These are poached eggs, and I got a chance to poach 24 eggs at the same time, thanks to Chef Grace's little secret.
Not a secret. It's for public knowledge. If you.
Well, it's not a secret anymore, you let it happen.
I did.
But you know what? No better way to try these poached eggs with a prime rib. This is a max power steak and eggs.
All right, let's dig in.
Yeah.
There we go. Cut an egg. Hopefully
Yeah.
the yolk is
Let's
running.
cut in the egg.
Yeah.
So hopefully the yolk is like. Oh man!
Sweet.
It reminds
That
me
happened to
of
that custard thing.
Dim sum.
Oh,
That's good luck, you know.
Wow, that is a
Very nice.
fantastically.
and the nice thing is you can deep fry these as well, and then you can heat them up in the oven.
So let's try a bite of that.
Try. Ah, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers to you.
Mm.
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 Oh man,
Mm.
that is like a poached egg but with crunch. It's fantastic.
That is a fantastic idea. Thanks, Indonesia.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
And that yolky goodness.
Yeah.
But you know, the only thing that can top the poached egg is the prime rib. Try. I got the cap here.
We got the nice rib. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Wow,
It's so tender.
so tender.
A little bit of Intercity Packers,
Mm-hmm.
and the oven, very nice.
Not Costco. Just
That oven cooked it really well with the slow method. Like for that little piece, and 3 hours is actually a really long time. But just add like the recipe that's built into the program you guys created for that prime rib. Perfect.
Oh, so tender.
chef tested.
And now chef approved.
Okay, well, you heard it here.
All right, first.
Oh, you're going actually.
Ah,
Yeah, you probably should put the steak.
oh, that's okay. All right, cheers.
I already ate it.
Oh, very nice. So
That is fantastic.
we are gonna enjoy this. There's gonna be leftovers, but I can't wait to see what other functions they have, and we'll take you back. So the prime rib was pretty good, and that combi cook, the chef's choice is not too bad, and certainly helpful for me because I don't have two chefs with me all the
For sure,
time.
it's like having a chef in your kitchen. This oven, it's fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got that, and next I think we're gonna try the classic cook, where you can do your air fry, your baking, your toasting, and your roasting as well. And chefs were nice enough to cook a Wellington or prepare a Wellington, not a beef Wellington. This is the West Coast.
West Coast style.
What is it?
Salmon Wellingtons.
And here's how they did it.
Salmon Wellingtons, for all you people that don't eat red meat out there, this is a amazing alternative to eating red meat. Dry. So we're just gonna roll it out just a little bit because if you look at the thickness of it, we want this to cook. So you can't leave it like this. It's gonna take longer to cook because you're gonna have a little bit of rawness under the dough by the time it's golden, and we want it to cook perfect and that not to overcook. So the way to accomplish that is to roll your dough a little thinner so it cooks faster. We're gonna kind of start not so much in the middle, more to the edge because we're gonna roll it. And we're gonna have a little extra anyway, so we'll trim it after. So we're gonna put a little spinach down. And then from here, we're gonna hit it with the mushroom on top of the salmon, duxelle. There we go. And then you wanna season the dish.
So we got the salmon.
And then we put it down on top. So it's already been seasoned, we're good. So now we're just gonna get our egg wash. We're gonna brush the edges to make sure it seals, and we're gonna brush here, because this is where it's gonna fold over and seal the packet. This side we don't have to because it's gonna be on the inside. So we're rolling it up. Make sure your edges are kind of lined up on this side. Over here, we're gonna pull the salmon towards you to tighten the dough. We're gonna roll that way.
Oh, no holes.
And we're gonna stop. See, like I said, how we did the wash line is right there. So we have this little extra. We're just gonna trim this off. Go. Like that. Just to trim off. So as you can see, we got the dough thin enough. You can actually see the spinach. We're just gonna egg wash the outside. This will help get your puff dough a nice golden color as it bakes. It's a baby Wellington.
It's a boy.
And after it's been chilling for a while, you have this magnificent dumpling-looking structure.
Yes, you always want to do your puff dough from cold. You never want to do it from room temperature or warm because it affects the bake of it. You got a gentle like picking up a baby.
It's like an alien egg.
Yeah. Lay it right in the middle. Get good air circulation there.
Into the spaceship.
And as you see, we're going to click the classic cook option. And we're going to do, obviously if you have an oven at home, you could have a Combi, like a convection oven. This doesn't have it, so the air fry is like the convection oven setting on this thing. So we're going to just pick that. Oh yeah. And there you go. So this is, we're going to go now. There we go.
Like that.
Good sound.
Oh my goodness.
Salmon is cooked to a nice medium rare.
Nice and translucent, cooked and steamy. And look at how thin the pastry is. Oh. That looks absolutely amazing. So let's dig in. This is so crispy. Wait up, Neil.
I wasn't biting it.
Oh, okay.
Wow, you're taking a huge bite.
I am.
It's very hot.
Okay. Let's give. Oh, hang on. Let's give this a try. All right. Oh, cheers. And I like the way you tease. Cheers. Mmm. Oh, wow. That is the tenderest, juiciest piece of salmon, and so much flavor with the mushroom duxelle and the spinach, and that crust is so crispy. Cheers again. Cheers.
I'll just watch you two.
Oh.
It is really good. Chef MPH does not like salmon.
So, if you want to do the Salmon Wellington recipe, check out the channel, Two Chefs, One Knife, and they are cooking up a storm with the turducken and the Salmon Wellington, of course, and lots of Christmas goodies. Oh, very nice. I'm gonna dig in for some more. Oh, and as good as the salmon is, that crust, that pastry is so delicious.
Get in here.
Okay. Oh, So good. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you.
Oh,
Yeah, thanks for having
Yeah.
us.
oh,
We had such a great time.
oh! Come more often. Come tomorrow.
All right.
You don't need us anymore. You got this oven.
Yeah. We're gonna go in your oven.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. So we're going to continue cooking this away, and I know we were going to do. Neil and Grace did a wonderful pork belly where we're going to try and test the probe cooking, but I think this is too much food. But we're going to finish this off, and I'll take you back later for that roasted crispy pork belly. So just one more for the road. This time, the salmon alone. Very nice.
Very good.
We're going to finish this off.
Yeah.
All right.
This is day 2, and last day was a lot of food. Really grateful for Neil and Grace to come and cook up a storm with the prime rib and that salmon Wellington and all the veggies and the deep fried egg. It was a lot of food, and we needed a break, and I needed a break too. But very enjoyable, and really grateful to Chef Neil and Chef Grace for cooking up. We're preparing this pork belly. They seasoned it with a little bit of salt, pepper, a little bit of 5-spice. And it was a good thing because it needed to sit for 24 hours in the fridge for all the spices and the salt to get into the meat. Now, this is what we have, and a lot of the salt has been crusted over, and I think we just brush this off. So on the Dreo, we've tried the chef mode, which does everything for you, kind of like having 2 executive chefs with you. And we've also tried classic mode with the baking and the roasting. This time we're going to try the probe mode, where you can set your internal temperature and the ambient temperature, so you get that perfect cook, no guessing. And I can't think of a better piece to try this on than with a pork belly. So I'm going to stick the probe right in the center, right here, and that's it. Put it in the oven, right over here. Attach the probe. There we go. And in she goes. Now, instead of chef mode, we will use the probe cook and internal temperature. I think with pork or pork belly, I'm going to do 165 for a nice juicy pork belly, and then ambient temperature, and I'm going to set this as low as it can go. Let's do 195. Then it will cook slowly, and gradually I'll bring it up to temp, nice and gentle. Let's start. And this will take a little bit of time because we are cooking it slowly, and hopefully I can get some friends to help me join with all the food, and we'll take you back. And it's fun to watch what you're cooking. Having the window is a nice feature. Twist is, So after a couple of hours, about 3 hours in the oven, bringing up the internal temperature, because we cooked it low and slow, I took out the probe once it was done, and I set it to air fry so that the skin is nice and crispy, and you do have to keep an eye on it. And once it is done, this is what we have. And during that time, my good friend Dave has arrived. I hope you're hungry, Dave.
I am.
There's a lot of food.
Yeah.
So, oh, you should have seen yesterday. But this is what we have. So the skin is still bubbling away, but it is nice and crispy. And let's give it a cut. Oh, cracklingly crisp and nice and juicy. So normally I would let this rest, but don't think we can resist. I know the juices are coming out, but that's okay. Let's give this a try. So this is looking really nice, and really grateful to Chef Neil and Chef Grace for preparing this. So it did rest for 24 hours, and so it is probably a 30-hour ordeal, and luckily we're not waiting. But I think we can give it a try now. Let's dig in. Oh, cheers! Cheers! This is shatteringly crispy.
I was not expecting that.
And not only is it shatteringly crisp, it is the juiciest, tenderest roast pork I've ever had. Very nice. Dave, what are your thoughts?
Thank you.
It is juicy.
It is great. I'm probably gonna order one.
And so, Dave, you're on keto, no?
Mm-hmm.
And I can't think of a better way to cook pork than this, and perfect for the keto folks, and also for the vegetarians and vegan as well, because of that cauliflower and the yams were delicious. So, Dave, thank you so much for helping me finish this off. And then I think New Year's resolution would be a bit of running, I think.
Yeah,
and
maybe
a bit
or
of
a
gym,
lot.
or a lot. So we're gonna finish this off, and we'll take you back, and I'll give you the final thoughts. Cheers. Hang on. So it was wonderful to get to meet up with the friends and get to cook with them, and more importantly, get to eat with them as well. And I'm really impressed with the Chefmaker oven. And I realized that with all the air frying and all the heating capabilities, this is powerful. And looking at it closely, I realized it has a really powerful element at the top, allowing it to brown and broil wonderfully, and heats up really quickly and powerfully too. So this is definitely replacing that air fryer I have at the back. And I got to test out the 3 modes there: the chef mode, the classic mode, and the pro cook mode. With the chef mode, we cook that wonderful prime rib with a super convection heating, the humidity control, and the precise temperature probe. And with the Combi cook method, it guarantees your meats and veggies are cooked to optimal perfection. And we also tried the classic mode to cook that Salmon Wellington. And one thing I didn't realize, and the chefs didn't realize, when you're using the air fry or the bake, cooking that Wellington, we could have used the probe, and it would have told us what temperature that salmon was as it was baking and air frying away. So that's always good to know, that you can use the probe in the classic mode as well. And of course, the probe mode, where with that pork belly, we just inserted the probe, set the ambient temperature, set the internal temperature, and it'll start to cook and continue to cook until the internal temperature reaches up to temp. So really impressive here, and just really powerful and versatile. Washing and cleaning is pretty easy. A little bit of soap, a little bit of water in the basket, wish it around, and you're all set. So really no complaints with the oven, except I wish it could be a little bit bigger. This is a typical size of an air fryer. It can hold 2 New York strips for 2 people, or a roast, or a Salmon Wellington, maybe for 3 or 4 people. But with all the versatility, it's always fun to cook for more people, and having an extra little space is always nice. And this Combi oven is similar to what the chefs use. And with Chef Neil and Chef Grace, what they use is a professional Combi oven with humidity control and super convection heating as well. And those professional Combi ovens cost as much as a car. So if you don't have a professional Combi oven, or a brigade of chefs that you can call on, or executive chefs that you can call on, or even if you do, I would highly recommend the Dreo Chefmaker. And right now, during the holiday season, you can pick up the Chefmaker at an unbeatable price. Enjoy a $100 discount and grab your top-rated Combi fryer at an incredibly low price. And don't wait, because supplies are limited, so head over to Amazon to pick up your Chefmaker.
But wait, there is more, as they say. For further discounts and additional deals, visit Dreo online and use code TIMLEE, XAMS, that's Tim Lee Xmas, but spelt a little bit differently, for some additional details.
And I'll make sure to leave the link and the product details in the video description below. And thank you so much for joining, and happy holidays to you and yours. So until we see each other again, I hope you're eating well, I hope you're cooking well. All the best to you and yours, and God bless. And please excuse me, I have a picanha in the oven.